Most of your favorite card show dealers will not be in business within 12 months from now. I'm going to talk about some ways to maybe survive through this period of time, some tips and tricks. Stick around. Hello to all my sports card collectors, investors, all of my collectibles friends. Another day, another card video. I hope that everybody is doing amazingly well. We're just chugging through the week. Actually, my dog tried to give me a hug this morning and cut me directly in the face. So I'm dealing with adversity myself. If you're new here, you're looking for daily sports card collectible style content, friends, you have come to the right place. We will continue to bring it to you. Hit the big red button, the subscribe button down below, and also connect with me on IG at Sports Card Dad, as well as the Twitter machine, the Sports Card Dad. Big shout out to today's video sponsor, Drip Marketplace. It's a fun time live streaming service, buying and selling cards on the old app. It's a good time and a lot of diversity among products here on Drip. You've got sports cards, you've got comic books, you've got non-sports stuff, you've got all the stuff. So definitely check out Drip. I will put a $15 off first purchase link up here on the screen, as well as in the comment section and the video description. So definitely take advantage of that $15. Who doesn't need $15? All right, guys, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're thinking. Dustin, you are not some big-time card dealer. Why the hell would I listen to you as to what to do at a card show, how to be a dealer at a card show? And that's fair enough. The last time I was a card dealer at a show, I was 11 years old, so that's going back to 1992 at the flea market. And actually, me and my buddy Alan Neubauer had cards stolen from us. But
do you get diarrhea too? Yes. I get diarrhea.
But hey, it wasn't our fault. They didn't exactly offer showcases back then at the flea market. So anyway, life lessons all the way around. But in all seriousness, guys, I've worked a lot of sales jobs where I've been tasked to work the exhibit booth and to draw in new clients, customers, make sales, etc. So I'm drawing from that experience, and a lot of it's just common sense, but you'd be shocked as to how a lot of this stuff is not really followed when I'm walking around a card show. First, let's just talk about a shift in mindset. What do I mean by that? Well, when I hear feedback on was a show good, a lot of times what I hear is I sold 3 cards, or I sold 10 cards, or I sold a lot of little cards, not any big cards, or I sold 1 big card. Anyway, the focus is around how many cards were sold and the dollar amount, which is fine. Of course, you're lugging a bunch of inventory there. You want to sell cards, but I think that there needs to be a switch in mindset where we are looking for customer acquisition. We are looking to draw in passive buyers, because what are we hearing? We're hearing a lot of, man, attendance was great, a lot of people there, but just didn't see a lot of transactions happening. Look, if you have a lot of people there, they are interested in these products. They are interested in cards in general. And sure, maybe some of them are just strictly window shopping, and maybe they're just doing research and don't plan on buying any card whatsoever. That's fine. But they have friends probably that collect cards or whatever. They are there because they have genuine interest. There is a lot of hobby interest right now. I would say there's probably a lot more participants today than there was 4 or 5 years ago. I would guess that to be true. But dealers have got to take advantage of these passive opportunities. I mean, when somebody walks up to the table and you are just sitting on your cell phone and you don't look up and you don't say anything, or you glance up for a second and you don't say a word, you're like, you're acting like my dog when I walk into the room and she's done something bad and she's like looking at me but looking away and looking at me and looking away. Look, the way that you work a booth really is standing up, and you want to make eye contact, and you want to maybe smile at that person. It's kind of like you're at the bar and trying to attract somebody.
Hello, how are you?
If you're sitting there on your cell phone, you're not exactly approachable, or you're not really looking like you're that interested. You want to give a smile. You want to make eye contact. Secondly, so you've got that, the smile, the eye contact, crack a joke, say, hi, hey, how you doing? Are you from here? Are you local? I saw you eyeballing that Breeze card. Are you still a Saints fan after this season? Make a joke, say something. This is a way that you build relationships. Also, giveaways, while I think can be really cheesy, I think there's a lot of kind of giveaway stuff that happens. And look, there's a lot of people that just sign up for the giveaway because they want free stuff. Fine. But that can be an opportunity to take somebody's name, get their email address so that you can stay in touch and build an email list. But the biggest thing I think outside of just that, if you just have an email, that's fine. But a lot of people take emails. The biggest thing is actually creating a connection with that customer, with that passive customer, as to who do they collect, what teams are they into, why are they here? Vintage cards, newer cards, newer modern stuff. Are they flippers? So are they looking for something like, hey, I'm buying this now and then I'm selling it next week, or I'm selling it online? Or are they, a longtime collector of a certain type of sport or a certain type of card or a certain athlete? Get to know these people, because here's the thing is that you might not make a sale right there at the show, but the majority of cards are sold online. Yes, you have cards that are sold at shows, absolutely, but most cards are sold online. So this person that sees this card here that they're looking at, and if it's not priced the way that they want, price, of course, is going to be a big one. But if they see you and they see, you've got some pretty fair prices, maybe on some stuff you're a little bit high, but I actually like you. I like you as a person. You actually took the time to get to know me, took the time to actually ask what I'm looking for, what I'm interested in. Guys, I don't see very many dealers at all doing this at shows. And I'm speaking from my own experience because I try this myself. I'll walk up to a table, I take a look, and I stand there for a good 10, 15, 20 seconds. I'm looking at something. Nobody says a word to me. Everyone maybe is trying to be a little bit too polite. And I get that. You don't want to be overbearing. At the same time, we're not in the same environment that we were 2 years ago, where you didn't have to do a damn thing. All you had to do is flop cards out onto a table and everybody was buying from you because we had this big buying frenzy. Those days are gone. And actually, I think the dealers, some of the longtime dealers that are very good at what I'm talking about, are some of the older vintage dealers. I think that they are pretty good at this. They've got kind of their regular clientele, their customers that they have built over time. They've built relationships with. Now, I'm not saying that they're amazing at building relationships at shows, but they've done it enough. They've gotten to know kind of the people that buy from them. And they do give them deals here and there where they sell something that's under comp, or they give them a freebie, or they give a few packs to the young people, etc. There's people that really know what they're doing, but I'm telling you, there are a lot of dealers that do not know what they're doing. Again, they've taken this last few years for granted, and it's just not going to happen the same way. And that's why it's titled that many, the majority, 75% or so, roughly, approximately, I don't think that they're going to be around in 12 months because they're just not used to having to actually tell a story of a card. Tell the story behind that card. If you are simply just transactional on price, then it's very one-dimensional, which is fine. I mean, look, a lot of buyers, they care first. Number one is price. So number one, they walk up to the table. The one thing I think of right out of the gate is, does this table have the cards that I kind of like or whatever? And then two, is the pricing in line? Is this stuff way overpriced, all of it? Or does this actually look like a dealer that's trying to sell stuff? And I don't think I'm the only one. I think a lot of people, especially, a lot of the vintage baseball people out there, they can walk up to the table very quickly and know, okay, this is like 50% over what the comps are or whatever. If it's stuff that you regularly collect, you identify very quickly if this is a dealer that's going to work with you or not going to work with you. You're also paying attention to how is this dealer talking to other customers? How are they operating? Most people don't realize, but you sum up a person, this human behavioral, your brain, you are looking at a person. When you meet somebody for the first time, you have summed up exactly all of your preconceived notions in less than 10 seconds just by looking at them. On site, in less than 5-10 seconds, you have made 1,000 different judgments on this person, whether you like it or not. We're human beings, so this is how it is. So you don't have very much time. First impressions are incredibly key. They're incredibly key. So someone might walk up to me and think, man, this guy, his forehead's kind of big, his ears look kind of dumb. I don't know if I want to deal with him. And if I'm like, hey man, how's it going? Oh, are you a Saints fan too? Second, I'm friendly, kind of takes the wall down a little bit, and we've got an opportunity to transact, to build a relationship. But again, the one thing I would say for a lot of these dealers is there's so much just, we're haggling for 10 minutes and then they're gone. If you haggled with somebody at a show for 10 minutes about a card, you should know their name. You should know what they collect. Oh, is this a card that you're been chasing? Is it these type of cards? You're into Marvel? You're into baseball? What? You're getting to know these people a little, because you don't want this 10 minutes that you just spent with this person haggling over a card price to be the last time that you deal with them. They actually took the time to come up and haggle with you. They could have haggled with anybody else in the room. They could have haggled with somebody on eBay. But nope, they're spending their 10 minutes haggling with you right here. here. And there should be a semi-friendship, customer friendship that is built out of it to where it's like, I'm sorry that we couldn't make this work, but hey, please, look, here's my IG. Let's connect right now. What's your IG? Let's connect and I'll send you a message. Let's stay in touch because there might be another Tom Glavine card that you like. Sports card dealers, you are competing against the internet. And let me just tell you that the internet and all the different auction houses and all the different options online are going to kill you every single day unless you know how to do this, unless you know how to build relationships and not just be transactional. I sold this card or I sold that card or look, the cards that you have that are with you is one part of the equation, but the biggest part of the equation is how many potential future customers are you taking away from that show. Now look, maybe you're at the National or maybe you're at Burbank show or maybe you're at Dallas show where it's slammed all the time and you're priced right and you can sell and that's great. But the way that you can really level up, if you're selling a ton, the way that you can really level up is to stay in touch with these repeat buyers. It should not be like a one and done thing. If someone buys something from you, you should have some data on that person. You should be taking, I don't care, it's even on a pad, just taking notes. Okay, John Smith, he bought this Breeze card from me. What's your email address, buddy? What's your IG? Let me stay in touch with you. We've got other Breeze cards coming in. We have entered into the days where the real work is going to have to take place if you were to survive as a sports card dealer. This is just the beginning, guys. It's just the beginning. If you are just counting on allocation to fuel your business, well, in a couple years with Fanatics, you don't really know how that's going to go. You have no idea. So if allocation is really what drives your business, figure out how to get into the singles game. The singles game is going to be the way to go. How do you do that? How do you build a customer base? But seriously, build one. We are rooting for you, sports card dealers. And I hope to see more of this as I'm at shows. I want to get to know more dealers as well. So I think this kind of goes both ways. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.